So here I just told my parents I'm dropping out of college and I have no idea what the fuck I'm going to do with it. And I also told them I didn't want to go to college ever. So guess what? They told me I have 3 months till I stop paying my rent. Therefore, instead of saying I'm cooked, I went into Google and I looked up how much money do I have to make so I can pay my rent on my country. So there it was, the magical number, $1,000. So while I was there eating a beautiful apple, green apple, and I said, I'm going to make $1,000 in the next 6 months. And that's when everything changed, because I locked in. Nah, I'm kidding, I didn't lock in. I had to think about what am I going to do to make $1,000 consistently every single month. And then I remembered that I had a motivational account on TikTok edits, and I had 30,000 followers. Why did I use that account to make money? The problem is TikTok didn't pay in Argentina at that time, so I wanted to shoot myself on my balls because I didn't understand what the hell was going on. So I thought, why don't I show my 30,000 follower account to different brands on TikTok so I can edit for them? And that's when the lock-in was about to start. At that moment, I set one single goal into my mind. I wrote on a piece of paper $1,000 with a really nice pen, and I said to myself, I have to send the most amount of messages to everyone and get $1,000 client in the next 3 weeks. I was locked in. Next day, I woke up with a single goal in mind. I have to make the money. I needed a really good cup of coffee, and I was ready to take action, and everything was about to change. I had 6 months to make $1,000 consistently and prove my parents I could sustain myself in the city and not go back to my hometown. This was raw discipline and raw motivation. I was in David Goggins mode. I was, who's gonna carry the boats? Who's gonna carry the laptops? I was all day there on the laptop. I was gonna shit thinking about laptop. I was going to sleep thinking about laptop. Everything was sit down, send message, gotta make money, urgency. 6 months. I have never been this locked in my life. Oh my god. And there I was, showing up every single week, showing up, writing and doing. I was showing up, writing, sending, doing. I need the money, I'm gonna pay my rent. Yes, showing up, coffee, a lot of coffee, writing, more and more, ready. But 3 weeks had passed, almost a month. No results, all rejection. I got nothing. I had no motivation. I was pissed, angry, and I didn't see a light at the end of the tunnel. Everything was fucking bad. So I was just standing there and I looked at that fucking piece of paper, and with all the hatred, I looked at it and I wondered, how is it not possible to me to make $1,000? But while I was shaving my awful black hair on my face, I had a wonderful thought that came into my mind, which was, why don't I attract the clients? Why don't I use my account to make content that goes viral, and from there I make people go to a certain page where I'm going to sell them my services? So while I was eating an apple, a red apple this time, I said to myself, I had to go viral and find my future $1,000 client. The second lock-in is here. This time it wasn't motivation, it was clarity. It was me feeling more wise. After a failure, now I was connected with my crowd. However, instead of continuing this edit and make this thing motivational, in fact, I got a message of my parents that they told me, they're going to buy a ticket for you to go back to your hometown, a plane ticket. So it's over, bro. Because then I realized that I had 1 month left. So it was over. I looked at life, I looked at the city, and I started questioning my entire existence. I was going to go back to my hometown and it was over for me. Completely over. I mean, I'm gonna try something on my hometown. I don't know, because I hated my hometown. My hometown was like having no motivation. There was nothing, the same people, everything the same. So I said, well, I gotta make my suitcase so I can travel. Goodbye city, goodbye ambitions. So when I was there, thinking about my life and about to make my suitcase, a message arrived. I went there and I saw that a guy with a supplement brand wanted to work with me. And this was the second chapter of my